Hi everyone and welcome to DeFi Daily, the channel where every day we talk about DeFi, going through different analysis, tutorials and news. Today we're going to talk about Larix, that is a new money market that has been just launched on the Solana DeFi ecosystem and that we will discuss today together. I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. It's really easy. All you have to do is just press the subscribe button and please leave me also a thumbs up. It is just a small action, but really, it really means a lot to me. It helps me to grow the channel and to sustain my work. So I would really appreciate it if you would do it. A quick disclaimer also, always remember that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose and nothing has to be intended as a financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's good, but please do always your own research before. Guys, we are ready to start and I would like to start with the website of Larix. That's the homepage and this is also the main dashboard. As you can see, I have just created a really small position just to check the platform and to be able to show you something, because on Larix, to access the borrow feature that we will go through in a moment, you need to have some collateral already provided. That's why I decided to open and to left it open even now. Before to go more in deep on how does it work, the platform, I would like to say a couple of words about this project. As you can see from their Medium account, it has just launched. The mainnet launch was the 9th of September, and after that they have been through different marketing operation and technical operation, and here you can find the whole breakdown. As you can see also there were a liquidity mining launch on Radium just 1 week ago. Here you can find also all the partner relationship that has been closed by the project, like Coin98, Math Wallet, Slope and so on. Also, if we go here in About, we can find many different information about the project. It is written the first lending protocol with live mining functionality, but what is most interesting is this one. The first lending protocol will support NFTs peer-to-peer lending. What does it mean? It means that in the next couple of months they are planning and they are working right now to introduce a new opportunity to collateralize your NFTs and to lend them or whatever you can do on them. It hasn't yet been released, the whole mechanism, but it's quite nice that in the next future we will have the opportunity to use our NFTs, not just to buy and sell or just to hold them or to speculate through the different marketplaces that are already in place in the market, but also to access to more credit and to more liquidity. And I'm really curious to see what will happen. It is also partially open sourced on Solana. Here you can find the whole roadmap that if you want to read it also more in detail, you can find it also here into the documentation. It's just the third label into the documentation of Larix. And going down here, you can find also the investor. This is something that I really loved to have a look, because as you can see here, we are talking about really big partners. There is no 100% security as always, but this is something that it helps us to trust this project and to believe in what they are doing and that they are doing at the best. Also some other partnership, and they have also been audited as you can see here. Let's have a look also to DeFi Llama to check the total value locked inside the platform. As you can see, even if the project is really young, because we are talking about a project that has not even a month of history, where it is already in the 10th position with a total value locked around 150 million. Yes, 150 million, let's be honest, that's not a lot. It is just the beginning. We will see in the next future how this number will change and hopefully will also grow. It doesn't make any sense to look at the price of Larix. It is too young. As you can see here, it has gone from 0.078 to a maximum of 0.10 and right now has decreased to 0.068. But it's too early to make any speculation about the prices, so be aware that when a project is just at the beginning, we are in a price discovery. It means that there is no price, the market hasn't spoke, and we don't know how the price will change of this token. So be always aware of this. Let's have a look also to the documentation. Larix is the ultimate lending gateway on Solana, adapted a dynamic interest rate model and created more capital efficient risk management pools, as such a broad section of collateral types, crypto tokens, stablecoins, synthetic assets, NFTs and other stuff. As you can see, their vision is to build an integrated money market where you can use different kind of asset with an interest rate that will change accordingly to various conditions. Here you can find the actual interest rate model. We will not go through it right now because in any case we will see it in action in the moment when I will show you the platform. Let's have a look also to the tokenomics. That is something that it's really interesting. As you can see, the total maximum supply is around 10 billion tokens that has been divided, as you can see here, with a 50% of the whole tokens that will be dedicated to mining and rewards for the pools. If you go to Larix distribution, is something that is useful because here on the right you will find that 5 years linear. What does it mean? That the release schedule of the tokens is linear, so will increase in the same way during the time and will be ending in time of 5 years. It means that the maximum supply, so the fully diluted market cap, will be reached at the end of these 5 years. Okay, let's go and let's jump into the platform. And if you go to the dashboard, here you will find all market. That means that here you have the whole breakdown of the different assets that you can use, so you can supply or you can borrow from this platform. The supply APY is this one. Remember that a positive APY, when we are talking of borrowing, it means that you have to pay, because as you can see here, the calculation is the 17% is the amount that you have to pay, but on the other side you will receive as a reward 3.50. So it means that this equation down here, it is the breakdown of how it is composed your APY, because your APY is composed by one number, that is the number that is typical from the simply action of supplying capital or borrowing it. On the other side, the platform, to encourage people, to incentivize them to use the platform to provide and to borrow capital, they are also rewarding both of them. So they are rewarding people that are providing capital, but also people that are borrowing it. That's the reason why, for example, here, when we are talking about MSOL, actually you are paid to borrow some MSOL, and more specifically you are paid 0.71%. Remember that these APY are changing during the time. Let's try to have a look more in depth on how it works. And if you try to click here, you will have the interface that will let you to supply the asset you have selected. You have to choose the amount that you have to put it here. Here you have also the breakdown of the different metrics, and one important number that you have to remember is this one, 0.75, that is the collateral ratio. It means that for every $1 that you provide, you can borrow at maximum of 0.75. This is something that you have to pay really attention, because as you can see from their documentation, there is also a liquidator fee that has an amount of 80%. Here it's also specified who can participate to the liquidation process, because it's something that is open, but it is open and it is used, or at least it makes sense only for people that has the ability to develop a bot to complete, to participate actively to the liquidation process, because in the moment when a position is triggered to be liquidated, there will be always a bot to take it and to liquidate. It's like a game between bots, who is better, who is faster, and so on. So remember that the liquidation ratio is written here. Once you have supply, you can also have a similar interface to withdraw your asset, and you will see that the metrics will change accordingly to how much you are withdrawing. Remember that you will be able to withdraw only if withdrawing doesn't affect your collateral ratio, because if your collateral ratio goes over the 0.75 ratio, you will be liquidated, so you will unable to complete that kind of transaction. You will be able to have a look to the borrow feature only if you have supplied some asset and you have activated the collateral feature. If you don't do it, you will not even able to have a look to this interface. Once you have done this, you can come here and you will have access to the borrow interface, and all you have to do is, as always, just choose the amount that you want to borrow, have a look to the metrics, borrow API, APY, and so on, and always check the collateral ratio that has always to be safe, otherwise you'll be liquidated. The same interface, you can use it to repay, and as previously, you have just to complete those fields and you are done. If you want to know more about each market, you can go here on market, and for each asset you will have a complete overview on the metrics. In this case, I have just clicked on USDC, and here you can find also how the interest rate is changing accordingly to the percentage of utilization of the asset that has been supplied by the whole market into the Larix platform. As you can see, the higher is the utilization, higher is also the APY paid to the people who are supplying the capital, but also that has to be paid by people who are borrowing. Here you can find, you can check also the collateral factor in case it is changed for any reason, and the APR, and so on. Just a small hint, remember that if you want to go back, don't just click go back, because for example, if we click here, we will go back to another page. In this case, my last page was Google. And another thing about this, I just used Google as a previous page just to show you this. But if you wanna find a project, don't use just Google to access any kind of project, because you never know if the result that you are obtaining from Google is legit or not. It's better to use services like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, or whatever source is more official and verified, because remember that on Google you can find also some copycat or something that it's not legit, and the whole market of crypto, the whole crypto market is full of scam projects that are just copycatting something else, and they are trying to steal your money. Anyway, Project Larix is just an app, so if you go back, you will go out or you will leave the app. As you can see, it has even disconnected me. Let's finish this tour of the app. If you go to liquidation, you will have all the positions that are at risk to be liquidated, but as I said before, you can't use this feature if you don't have a bot, because it is going so quickly that no human is able to take advantage of it. But in any case, if you are a user, just pay attention to not be liquidated and to pay really close attention to your liquidation rate. Here on Larix you can find all the information about the Larix token, and you will find here the daily distribution and also the breakdown for each token and so on. Okay guys, let's try to summarize what we have seen and let's try to understand in which direction is headed the Larix platform. For what I have seen, as I was saying before, I really like the way they are moving. I like their communication. I love the fact that they have many partners and important partners, and also the user experience is quite friendly. They are just focusing on delivering the best value on a certain thing. I haven't heard from them on building new dexes. I haven't heard about the swapping feature. The only thing that I have seen by them is that they are focused on building the best money market that is able to use cross collateralization, NFTs, and so on. So right now, the real question, the real challenge is how this platform will evolve and what will be happening in the next couple of months, because we are talking about a project that doesn't have any kind of history, so it's obviously too early to make any kind of evaluation. For sure, what we can say for what we have seen until now is that the project is headed in a direction that is promising. Now it's the moment that the market have to speak, and I hope that the platform will be able to confirm what we have seen. Guys, as always, if you have any questions, just write me in the comments below and I will be more than happy to answer to you. Please leave me also a thumbs up to help me spread the word, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye guys!